يلا الله مولانا يا 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 هيا ونزور يا 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 الله مولانا يا 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 هيا ونزور يا 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 زوروا العربي مكة مدينة سوداني فلاني هيا ونزور الله مولانا هيا ونزور زوروا العربي يلا يلا الله مولانا هيا ونزورو زورو العربي
Something I would be very interested in actually is, when did you start singing?
Oh, okay. This is a good question, man. I used to sing before. I had one song in the album of my Algerian band. I was singing on it, but I wasn't liking my voice.
Mm-hmm.
So every time when some people ask me to sing, I said, no, I don't want. No, I don't. Because in my Algerian band, we had like already a singer was there. And I wasn't like interesting about singing. Even if when I was like in the traditional music, like Music Arabic Andalus, the guy who was like managing the orchestra, the chef d'orchestre, the maestro, he was saying, Fethi, you want to sing this one? I said, no, thank you. I prefer to play. So maybe I was a bit shy or something, or I wasn't, let's say, interesting by that.
Mm-hmm.
But I started to sing when I came to Toronto. Let's say, like on the stage and, singing like really deeply. And I tried to do that here because a lot of people here also pushed me to do it. Said, oh, Fee, you have a nice voice, try. And then, I tried it once. I got like a lot of good feedback about it. So, and then I kept going because also I started singing because I missed playing song from back home.
Oh,
right.
So like, why the violin? Why was that the one you spent the most time playing?
Let's say I didn't. I think the violin found me. Because I never was looking for playing violin.
That's a good point.
I crossed the violin when I was home because my uncle, as I said, like he bought it and he left the violin at home, but he never touched the violin. I was, let's say, the curiosity. You know what I was always saying, like sometimes you think you are limited. You can't like do many things, but sometimes when you push yourself to touch something new, you could find something on you that telling you, okay, this is maybe for you, because you have to open the box. You have to open the gift to see what is going on inside. So this is what I did. Like I opened the box of the violin, I took it, tried to play, was working. My uncle was happy, I was happy. He said, okay, let's keep going. Please do it. And then I joined the band, playing the violin, like the same band. And then when I get like say 16 years old, 17, I went to another band like in the city. We called Association des Beaux-Arts.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a big orchestra there of Music Arabic Andalus. So I enjoyed them for almost like 10 years or more. And after that, I built a band. I was like a co-founder of my Algerian band. So we started to play all together in 2016. Because, even if I was doing traditional music, I love the traditional music. I come from the traditional music. My background is like around that. but I was always listening to the hip hop, electronic music, funk music. I grew up with different flavor of music when I was kid, because all my uncles, they were listening to different music. My aunts too, they was listening to, for example, my aunt was listening to Whitney Houston. I have my uncle, he was listening to Midnight Star, Kool and the Gang. I don't know, like I was listening to Nas, like hip hop, you know, Busta Rhymes, whatever, like all of these things. And I didn't feel like I was free. Because traditionally, the music Arabic Andalus, it's like a classical music.
Yeah.
You have to play it as it is. So you can't like joke with that and try to improvise and do a lot of things. You know what I mean? It's really strict. Like you have to play it as they teach you. You have to do the same thing. So after the years, I didn't feel like really this is for me. Because
Right.
I felt like my soul was saying, Fethi, you are more creative. You have to express yourself. You have to. So this band, Jamawi Africa, like had me a lot to be more sharing idea, composing, writing, doing a lot of stuff like that. And this is really helpful for us because we have to be creative. Because all the music that we played before, traditional or not, it's already made, so we are not adding anything new. You know, we know it. It's already there. It's in the tape, in the CDs, so we don't need. For me, actually, we don't need to save anything because everything is
It's already
saved.
been saved, yeah.
You know, so this is how let's say my way was directed by feeling, let's say.
Yes.
And yeah.
Is that what Jacob does? Wait, what do you mean? What's Jacob got to do with that? Jacob got nothing to do with it. What do you mean? Want me to No, no. Alright, we're getting jokes over. It's the joke. Okay. No, I didn't.
Thank you so much.
And I think it's interesting how you were personally influenced by different styles of music from around the world that came both through your family and through where you were. Because when you talk about Algeria and the traditional music, even that traditional music is different cultures coming together and creating a new sound.
Exactly. And also in Algeria, for example, if you go to the east and west, north, south,
Yep.
the music is not the same.
Oh God,
at
yeah.
all. I think it's happening everywhere in all of, like, a lot of countries. For example, the south is more like they have a hook,
No, it's the Tuareg
clapping.
stuff. Yeah.
It's more trance. It's more deep. It's more, in the north, it's more about it's more, let's say, poetic.
Yep.
It's more about let's say, around the words that you are saying. The Shabi music, for example, it's more about like words, it's more poetic.
Mhm.
If you go to the east, is almost the same thing, but they have more movement. It's more rhythmic, right? If you go to the west, it's rhyme music. It's more groovy also, and talking more about sentimental things, talking about
Interesting.
love, because rhyme music was the music when the people can express themselves without any wall. Like you could sing whatever you want about alcohol, about girls, about whatever you want. It was really open. That's why the Rai music was the most music, or let's say the Rai music had a lot of listeners, and the people, they like Rai music because they project themselves in the Rai music.
Right.
Because I think was, let's say, I'm not saying all the other music they were not honest, but the Rai music was more assuming the everything, like the words, the life. They were just translating what is happening in the street. It's like rap music.
Yeah.
The rap music, they were telling everything, like what about drugs. They sing about love. They sing about the corruption. They sing about everything.
It's
So
honest and true.
Rai music, it's more about that, and it's more easy for the kids and teenagers or old people to understand it. You don't have to be a poet guy or really intelligent or whatever. Like, it's really easy. You're gonna catch it in one shot. So this is, let's say, this is part of my background too, because I was surrounded about that, and also the Occidental music and American music and African music, also like from let's say Congo, Burkina Faso, or whatever, like the same thing. I was really inspired by that. And when I got with my band also, we start to play together and doing some festivals, because we were financing our band by ourselves.
Right.
So yeah, so we didn't get the help from the money from the government or for something. So we were doing gigs and saving money to buy like a PA. We were doing gigs and saving money to put some money beside to travel or do like a big small tours in Algeria. So we, let's say, it was the auto-financement, right? Auto-finance. And then we start to play in the big stages in all of the world. So we played everywhere, brother. Since like now we're still playing together. Now we are, let's say, we have 18 years old. Let's say 18 years now. So we start in 2006. We're still playing. We're still like releasing music. We're still doing many things, traveling, and yeah. So because I think also when you are with band is different. For example, this was my first band, and this band was like a family for me. So because we grew up together, we shared a lot of love, a lot of food. We are like, if someone is feeling bad, we're gonna push him to and bring him to the real life to be like more happy. We were really like helping each other too. So that's why it was not just about music. It was more about humanity, about friendship, right? And yeah.
Demetrios, Petsalakis. تحية خالتي من المغرب ومن تونس. Welcome here, guys. Thanks for being here.
How did you get from playing shows just in Algeria to playing shows in other countries?
Let's say, sometimes you never know. I remember in 2004, we were playing like a New Year. It's like was a private party.
Mm-hmm.
Was organized by someone, and this guy, he didn't pay us. Actually, we didn't get the money.
Oh my God.
So we tried to get after our money, but to find the money and the guy was impossible because he disappeared. And you never know. That's what I'm saying. You never know. And that day, one guy, he was in the night. In this night, he was in the show, and he was living in France. Let's say he's a Franco-Algerian.
Yeah.
And he was manager of manager of sport, so he was managing like different things, not music. So he said he liked the band. He said, guys, I want to try to be manager on music.
Yeah, why not?
I have some, let's say, things to make it and some ways. And we said, okay, let's do it. And then he said, okay, guys, I'm gonna bring you to France. We're gonna record there the album, and then after that we're gonna play one show because he got a nice deal. So we got the studio for free, a nice studio, and then the deal was to play a free show for the studio, like let's say the city. They have like City Hall. They have like their own studio, and we played for people there for free. And then we did our first album. And after that, when we were back to Algeria, we promoted a bit, and then people start to follow the band, and they were in love with the music, and then we got like some audience, and we start to play in the different festivals in the world. We played in France, India, I told you, like in Canada here too. We played a lot in Montreal. We did Sunfest, Kitchener. Europe, we played like in east of Europe, Slovenia, Serbia, Croatia. We did like a lot of countries. But we played a lot in Africa too.
Yeah.
We played in Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, what do we say? Mali, Burkina Faso. So it was really interesting. So the thing, all of this also was inspiring me, right? So I get inspired from all of this traveling too. So every time when I go to different country, I get something. I get some vibe.